I do not believe depression is real. I believe people being diagnosed with depression and anxiety, I do not believe that is real. I believe you can feel anxiety. I feel anxiety every day.
Yeah.
I feel depression all the time. That does not mean I'm depressed.
Yeah.
It means I'm pushing through some pain and some demons, just like we all are. We're all eating a shit sandwich here on this earth. Let's get real.
Yeah.
This is not a happy and fun place, and it never will be.
No.
Like, if you just go out and look at nature, I love how we paint this picture of nature, and nature's beautiful, it is peaceful, but you know what? Have you ever really thought about nature? Nothing in nature will just die peacefully.
No.
Let's make that very clear. Nature is brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing dies peacefully in nature. It will be eaten.
Yeah.
In one of the most, like, you ever seen a bear eat an elk? Go watch it and see, just let yourself watch and be like, oh, that's nature.
Yeah.
Right? So if you understand nature and the nature of this world and the nature of human beings, evil is here and evil will always be here, right? So does that mean that we will always have to deal with problems? Yes, that means we will always have to experience pain and suffering because we're human beings, because it's a part of this life, and you're never going to get rid of that. So we try to get rid of it with the fucking pills, acting like that's the answer. Clearly, that's not the answer. No. And even if your doctor, and I guarantee this is going to get taken out for saying this, but I'm going to say it right now. Your doctor is not always right.
No.
Do you have any idea how many doctors I've talked to in the business where how much more money they make when they push the pills? They make money by pushing pills, and their pharmaceutical reps are working with them and trying to convince them to push this pill. It's a business. It is a business. And I'm not saying every doctor, but I'm saying look at the business of medicine, especially in the Western world. And now understand that when your doctor is prescribing you depression medication and Ritalin, and Ritalin, by the way, oh my gosh, poison, right? We just talk about all these things. I don't believe depression is something that will last with you forever. I believe it is a choice. And I know I'm going to get ripped apart for that, but I don't fucking care because it's the truth. Yeah. Depression is a choice. Yeah. You will feel depressed, but it is a choice to remain in that state of being because you can find happiness and joy in things. It's something called gratitude, something called hard work.
Get some damn sunlight,
some
dude.
Sunlight.
Seriously.
Some work ethic, some sweat, and actually like really doing something with your life. And having courage to go live your dream, that's happiness. Yep. That's how you can get out of a depressed state real quick. Now, I'm not saying you can't feel depressed, but depression is not who you are.
Very, very different.
Especially when you start telling me, oh, I'm depressed, as if that's who you are.
Yep.
We start, and especially when they put a label on you of, okay, I'm diagnosing you with depression. You'll have depression your whole life. The second that person believes that sentence, especially when it comes from a doctor, every doctor who said that, you need to understand what you've just done. Yeah. You have implanted a new identity inside that human being that as a person of authority, they're going to believe you and say, my doctor said I have depression and I will always have depression because that's who I am. Yep. Just like, oh, well, it's just who you are. Your metabolism is a little slower. So it's okay who you are. You're fat. It's okay. Like, and we accept that. And that's beautiful. Let's get rid of the bullshit. Let's just seek after the truth and understand that depression is not a state of being and who you are. It's something you feel, and it's a choice to remain there. Especially if you understood how powerful you are, how powerful your mind is, then you'd recognize this problem. Yeah. That the pills, that all these other things are not going to solve it. They never will. Yeah. As a matter of fact, there's a hell of a lot of evidence to say that the placebo is what fixes it a lot more than the actual pill itself. So interesting. Understand that when we're talking about this depression, even, I'm diagnosing you with anxiety. Do we understand how dangerous that is to tell someone that as if it's their identity for the rest of their life?
Now that doctor's saying, now you have full reign and you can just be that. I give you the right to be that.
A doctor's note.
Now that's who I am. Yeah. That's who I am. It's like, fuck
and then here's what they do. And I accept me for who I am, and you should too.
What?
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not going to argue with the insane. You know what the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Yep. So if this is your state of being for the rest of your life, and there's no chance of convincing you otherwise, you don't think for yourself, you don't have an open thought in your entire existence to potentially see another side, this is your thought process, and you're going to stick to it and stick with your guns. No, I'm depressed. No, I'm depressed. Yeah. You're going to fight me on that. Yeah. Then I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
Because I don't argue with the insane. There's no point. It's a waste of my breath.
Yep.
You clearly are convinced, and trying to change someone's mind of who's really convicted and convinced is nearly impossible. Yep. The only person who can change that is them.
Yep.
And that works bad and good.
Yeah.
Because if you're truly convicted and convinced in a good way, who am I to ever change it?
Yep.
It works the exact same. That's the power of the mind. So I'm not gonna argue with the insane and the people who want to be there.
Yep.
By the way, there are people who want to be there because they find identity in being a victim.
Yeah.
They find a lot of identity and sympathy, and this excuse that gets them out of a lot of issues, which we see it happen so many times. This excuse that gets them almost as passive, like, well, hey, listen, you can't yell at me, because this,
I'm depressed.
Yeah, it's like this little card that like get out of jail free card, right?
Yeah.
And people find identity in that as if it provides value to their life, because it does. It provides ease, and if you choose the easy way, that's fine. But let me say this, don't think we're on the same level because you choose the easy route. No. You choose comfort while I choose pain. We're not the same.
Yep.
There's a reason why I'm where I'm at and you are where you're at, because I chose pain and suffering while you chose ease and comfort.
Yep.
We're not the same. Yep. So start choosing this, and then we can have a conversation, right?
Dude, have you started doing like ice baths or like cold showers yet?
You know, I did cold showers for a while. And dude, listen, and anyone who's ever played football there or any sport knows that you're icing yourself almost every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like I was in ice baths every week after every game.
Yeah.
Like I was always in ice baths. So I'm no stranger to ice baths. They're great, sort of, right? And I understand the science behind it. I actually love Wim Hof. I love what he teaches.
He's incredible.
And that is, I mean, you can't argue with what he's done and what he's discovered, right? But I think we really overemphasize these cold showers thing.
Yeah.
And to me, what I like is the idea is I've talked to some people about this where they say do something cold as opposed to just always doing a cold bath. And listen, if that works for you, it's more of a mental toughness thing than it is an actual physiology thing.
Yeah.
So if it's a mental toughness thing, do it.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. If it's a mental toughness thing to push through those cold showers, I get it.
Yeah.
I did a cold shower this morning, because I was like kind of feeling that way, right? I just did this workout and I was feeling great. And I'm in the shower feeling good. I'm like, fuck it. And I just turn it cold.
Yep.
Right. And it's just a mental toughness, almost exercise. Right. But have I ever started doing that? I have. And that's all I see it as, is a mental toughness thing.
Yeah.
And listen, I maybe I should take it back, because I do agree with a lot of science of Wim Hof. So there's definitely physiology there.
There's definitely the science there, but I think for sure, for me at least, it is that mental toughness of being like, okay, I have control of my brain. It's kind of like Brian Navavi with his like, how you do one thing, you do it.
How you do some things, how you do all things.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a cold shower and I'm going to train my brain to be like, holy shit, this hurts.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stand here.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let my body control me.
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to let my mind be in full control.
Right.
And I think that's where, at least for me, that I've really enjoyed. I've been doing it and I feel great. And then you get out of the shower and you're like, like energized.
Yeah. Oh, you're very energized.
Oh man, yeah.
You are very energized. And what I actually prefer doing is I still have a normal shower with hot water, but at the end I turn it cold.
Same.
Actually, number one, because when it's a hot shower, it still opens up your pores. So when you're putting on, the body wash, it actually cleans you better.
Yeah.
So it gets in your pores, and your pores are more open. So you're going to smell better. You're going to clean yourself better. So that's number one. If I have a hot shower, I'm going to do that. But then I finish it with a cold shower. Number one, because the mental thing. Number two, that actually closes your pores.
Yeah. And it's even harder. Like now you're like super hot.
Yeah.
And then you do super cold.
Yeah.
If you're just normal body temperature.
I really like the offset. Because if it's like really hot, then all of a sudden you go really cold. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's even like, because I feel like the shower can only get so cold.
Yeah.
So when you do it that way, it's like,
you feel
cold.
it. Yeah.
So that's, I think there's a lot of things that.
Oh, no question.
But